Did you expect to have a practice like that today with just where we are on the calendar?
Yeah, no, I wanted it to be a hard day. And I think some players thought it was hard, and I think some players thought it was a little bit easier. But no, I wanted it to be competitive and, want us to work. That's really our identity. Our identity is we're a hard-working team. And it wasn't designed as, we've had some success, but we have to continue to get better.
There obviously some guys weren't out there that have been. Oscar Dance, Brian Gibbons, Toots, and Ryan Murray.
Ryan and Toots and Gibbons were all just off for precautionary things, just management and managing them. Oscar, we reassigned, so he's heading down to Springfield.
Do you expect that'll be the only reassignment today? Or the only
we also reassigned this afternoon Dana Tyrell and Simon Chalmerson.
Those guys, Chalmerson in particular, I mean, I think he was certainly squarely on that bubble. You said last night you'd have to go back and watch some tape, maybe assess last night's game, but have you had a chance to maybe assess him and some others? I mean,
all the guys have had good camps. They have. You sit and you talk to them, and I think there's always more that they want to do. But you go back and you look at Simon. It's a big adjustment coming over, playing on the big ice, coming to a smaller ice surface, and the pace is a little bit quicker, and it's also a bit overwhelming too, because it's North American hockey. It's a systematic play. There's a lot of different things that go on, and at times it can be overwhelming. Now he's a bit of an older guy, being 24, 25 years old, and but the adjustment part of it can be hard at times.
Will the American League serve a guy like that pretty well?
Well, he needs reps. He needs reps for his game, and you talk to him after, and just talking about not being able to just go out and play. Sometimes you think too much, and maybe you worry too much. Worry about making mistakes, and worrying about being in the position, and the reps and that you can get down there. Power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5 are very valuable to a player like that, where instead of trying to think his way through a game, he can just go out and play the game.
Those guys being gone, obviously others are still here. Marco Dano in particular, I mean, last night I think he opened some eyes, at least to people maybe who had never seen him before. What was your assessment of him, and just in camp in general?
To be honest with you, I think he was better in the Nashville game than he was last night. And I know he had 2 goals last night, but I think he was better in the Nashville game than he was in last night's game. He's played well with Artie and Hartnell. He's a guy that can bring energy. I think there's different roles that he can fill. He can play a hard game. You watch him go into corners. He will hit guys, and he can be sneaky that way. He's not an overly big physical presence that you see out on the ice, but he's built really well. He's solid, so he can provide that physicality, and then you see the skill that he has. And his first goal last night was a great goal, but some of the plays that he made, both in the Nashville game and a couple plays in particular last night, you can see how he thinks the game, how he sees the game, and then he has the skill to stick handle and make plays.
Is he a guy with a specific role? I know he's never had huge numbers as a pro. I mean, where do you see him kind of? Is there a comparable maybe on this club, or somebody that?
We'll see where it goes. I think we're still, there's still more to his game that I think we've yet to see, and something might happen here, and I'm just talking about decisions being made that might better define his role. Because again, we're still trying to see where he fits on this team. If he's playing with Artie and Hartnell, he's probably more of a offensive role. But if he's playing down, maybe it might be more of that physical energy role that can still provide that offensive punch.
What have you thought about Erickson with kind of abbreviated camp time from the injury, accelerating, get back up to game speed?
Again, still watch. I still want to see more. It's hard when you've missed that amount of time to jump right back in. The game in Nashville, especially at the beginning, looked like it was fast. I think he settled down a little bit and settled into his game. He has, one thing that from the back end that you need is he has that vision and the skill to make that good pass, that good first pass up the ice, either out of your zone or through the neutral zone. And he made a couple last night coming down, one right in front of our bench where I wasn't sure if he saw the guy cross ice, but he fired it and it was right on the tape. And we had a decent scoring chance. And then power play, he can make plays there. So his vision and his offensive skills are there. It's our big concern is him battling, competing, and defending.